Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 9th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about a very disturbing robot for children.
Yikes.
So, I first saw this on a commercial that came up on our streaming service, and I actually said to my husband, "Is this an SNL skit? Are we watching a Saturday Night Live skit here? Like, is this for real?
Possibly an ad for a horror movie."
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, it was so out there that I thought it was a skit, because it started off with this young boy in a room and he's sitting by himself at one of those little play tables. First of all, why a young boy who's like 6 or 7 want to sit at a little tiny toddler play table is beyond me. But anyway, so he's sitting there and he's doing something on his own, obviously, right? There's obviously no other children around because he's in his bedroom or wherever he is. And then both his parents come in and they walk over and, "Hi, how are you? And, what are you doing?" And the child is looking trying to look very kind of lonely, and socially isolated. And then they delicately introduce this like tabletop robot that they call Moxie. And it doesn't look like a person. It kind of looks like, maybe like Yoda. Like, it's kind of like this little creature without the ears, but it's got like a body and then a head and then like 2 arms that move. And then it's got the face is digital. So the face is like, it's just a screen. And they start introducing this robot to this child, and the child and the robot start having this interaction, this social interaction. And the robot is asking the child these questions, and they're, shaking hands and they're talking. And so just to sum up this whole commercial, I mean, this robot is kind of being touted as a revolution in child development, because this robot is going to interact with your child, is going to socialize with your child, and is going to be, the thing that is going to help your child socially and emotionally grow as a human being. So to me, that is disturbing on so many levels. Like, I can't even begin. So that's my summary of this situation. Right. And what are your thoughts? Are you with me or against me on this? Like, oh my gosh. Is this what it's come to? Is this what we're doing? Because
seriously, I haven't watched the video, but I went to the website and looked at that thing, and could they have made it any creepier?
Honestly, it's not even pleasing to look at. Did you see the child? Did you scroll down and see the child?
These children do not look happy. These children look like, "We will take your programming and go kill our parents. Thank you." There's something deeply not right here.
Oh, and it helps. Apparently the robot helps the children self-regulate. So if they're like, if they're stressed or they're emotional, then the robot will do breathing exercises with them.
Oh, dear.
They'll tell jokes.
Of course, they're becoming emotionless automatons to do the will of the robot. So regulation is important. This
is so bizarre.
It really is.
Is this a solution to our social distancing? No. Is this what people are looking for because our kids aren't being socialized? I first saw this on a commercial on TV, and then I was reading an article yesterday about how moms are starting to worry about their young babies and toddlers who are not getting the socialization that they would typically have because of our social distancing policies and procedures. And in the article, it named this Moxie as a solution to the socialization issues that we have right now.
Aye.
I'm thinking, oh my goodness, really? Like, this is what it is now, that we're trying to find other ways to get our kids to socialize. Zoom is not enough.
Yeah, I think you got to have a human being on the other end of whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't want to put a screen with a human being on it in that robot body either, because it's just that whole robot thing is just, wow. Did they not do any like market research or focus group on that? Because I got to think any parent seeing that would go, oh my gosh, no.
Exactly.
It's horrifying. It's like the creepy doll in a horror movie, you know? You're going to wake up one night and that robot is going to be on your bed looking down at you and,
right.
you know, lifting somehow, you know, inspiring your child to pick up a pillow and do you in. It's horrifying, I think. And fortunately, my kids are now too old to get something like that. But there's got to be better ways to socialize them, even if you can't be around people. I think even just Zooming with actual human beings would be better than that. Or, I don't know, Mom and Dad, what do you got going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Possibly you could sit down and read your kid a story or help teach them self-regulation, you know?
I have no idea.
Anything's got to be better than that.
What do you think,
An
Catherine?
inanimate stuffed animal has got to be better than that. My daughter has a deep emotional bond with a stuffed dog, and that seems to work for her, as it has worked for so many of us over the years.
Which encourages, you know, creativity, imagination, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Ay. Can't kids
scary.
like wave at each other from a window or something, you know, or play in adjacent yards? I mean, I agree the socialization thing is a problem, but this cannot be the solution.
I have no idea.
Oh my goodness. Aye.
What do you think, Catherine?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. This is terrifying, and I don't see how it helps. Like, it doesn't. In order for a kid to be socialized, they have to be with humans, like not robots. You know, just because you make a robot that talks like a person, it doesn't mean it is a person. So.
And you kind of think kids would know that. Like, I could just see them not taking it seriously, but just using it as a toy and, well, this is kind of fun. Let's see how this works. Like, really? Would a kid seriously take an inanimate object? Well, I don't know. I have no idea. Who am I? I don't know.
I mean, I know some kids
yes, I will do your bidding.
Some kids talk to the robot that can play music and tell you the weather and order you stuff from Amazon. Some kids enjoy talking to that, but I think some of them at least try to like trick it or make it say a bad word or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they know that it's not a person, you know, it's a voice.
And this is even more disturbing. Moxie sells for the mere price of $1,700.
Oh my gosh.
And
they had a limited number and they're all spoken for.
Yes, due to overwhelming demand. We've sold out.
Yeah.
And our Moxie is not available right now. So what the heck? Who are these parents that are buying? Moxie?
Well, and
why can't they afford to get a nanny to do that instead?
Right.
And the article that you mentioned, Nicole, like it started with this anecdote about how the writer took her baby and the baby got to meet the grandmother for the first time and she screamed. Well, that has nothing to do with pandemic. Like that's separation anxiety that happens in most babies. Like it's not because they hadn't interacted with people outside their family. Like that's just developmental stage that babies go through. So the whole premise of that article kind of fell apart for me after the beginning anecdote. So,
well, this is just so scary. Like one of the testimonials says, okay, and who knows who writes these things, but Moxie and the robots are great for children that need a friend. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh. Really? Is this what it is?
Like, yeah, it just seems to, I feel like it makes the child more isolated. Like if their only friend is a robot, like,
yes. Nothing good can come of that. Has nobody ever seen a movie who's doing this stuff? It's like, no.
But does the robot even, like if the child is interacting with this robot, which is constantly giving them positive reinforcement and positive, feedback, then what's the child going to learn? How are the child's social skills going to develop? Because they're not coming up with any conflict. They're not trying to problem solve. There's no, like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. There might be a program on this that is like, your child is going to learn problem solving skills today. I don't know, but, this just doesn't seem like it would even help socialize kids in an appropriate way so that the child can experience, real life situations. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very bizarre. Sorry, not shouting out Moxie.
Yeah, this is not our roundup of things we think they'll use and enjoy.
Yeah, is anybody proposing they do these as a substitute for teachers? Teachers don't want to go in the classroom with kids because they don't want to get sick. Here, we'll just set Moxie in front of the room. Yeah, here is your math for today.
Oh, boy. All right.
Ay.
Well,
please no.
And we'll just end on that note today. Like, please save us from the robots that are coming for our children. That's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about Thanksgiving. And then on Friday, we're not inviting any robots. No. And then Friday,
or any kangaroos,
to see what we've come up with for our Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.